yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 20.
Check, 43. Check pass. Showing it.
Shorty. Kill.
43.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Check 49.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, fellas.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Straight 15.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Green. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got one.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. That is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Let's find 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Hey, wahoo.
55, Mike, 55.
Man.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive. Starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Okay, he needs to start heeding their advice. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Safety screaming. Topper. Two jet. Alert 3. Under 10. 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marcus Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You think you won't get this?
Mike's 43.
Wins. Looking sideline, incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Wentz on third down. Green brings it in. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Man 5-7. Bravo. Right there in the middle. 55.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. They'll try the left side. Green. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, Steve 6. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Hey, 57. Let's find two. Hey, Delta.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. From the gun on third down, Wentz into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 16. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On second and 11 now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down. They'll try the left side. Green. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you talk about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got a man, complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Safe. Hey, 57.
Now Wentz. It's complete to Fuller. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Wentz again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Wentz to throw again. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 54. They're going to need some therapy after this. Sunday.
On 3rd down, it's Green. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Here we go. We're going to 54.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, wide open receiver, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
47.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Prescott down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. And this will be caught at the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. Now Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
74. Push him back. 43 in the mic. Let's go, D.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight. You just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Gano's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Third and short yardage. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, 3rd quarter now in Los Angeles. And the Giants have scored to extend their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Sunday.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into a great pocket.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they Can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This is Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
23 in the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 81. Mike's 43. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, rip 5-2, out here. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slip. Hey, Charlie. Mike 5-4.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Cowboys 21.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Eagles 16.
Here we go. 180. Come on, D.
Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise the pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Will Fuller. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Now Wentz. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
52 to my boy. 47. Cut. Go. Mike by two. Pick me up. Here we go. Check. 52 to Mike. Check. 26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go to Elliott again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Marr able to put this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Check, 43. Two jet. It's outside. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I'm coming. Hey, Haywood. 43 is the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Wentz to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Green brings it in. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Now Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out about.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shift. 46 down, man. 5-4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
You can't block me. Please 5-7. You can't block me.
Back to throw. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Gano's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Philadelphia, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.